AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Gotta let the chat fill up. Let the chat fill up. You guys have made this thing undeniable. This nostalgic, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Gregory Lee, long time listener now. You've been rocking with us for a minute, man. Okay, I see you hit the phone notifications. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. How we feeling, old boy?
I'm all right.
You got allergies?
Always. Hell yeah.
What's making them act up today?
I don't know. Just do what they want. Or
They're gonna say LeBron's triple-double. The Fugazi triple-double.
man.
AllBall suckers.
Yeah. You're almost there, folks. Gotta continuously shout y'all out. There's 35 people total in the building. We need more of y'all to see this. Guess y'all busy. It is Friday. Can't ask for too much. Never too much. Never too much. What? Here we go.
Oh,
Got some
man.
folks here.
There she go. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Darlene Bryant, what up, baby?
Darlene B in the house. Tel Aviv. That sounds dope. KB from the D. NBA's garbage tonight. Celeb game sucks. Don't know half the people. Welcome to the club, my brother or sister. KB 760. Tel Aviv salute. Huh? Listen, before we get started, definitely want to take a couple seconds, at least minutes, to
Listen, man. That's right. If ain't nobody gonna shout you out, you shot your own self out. That's right, David Smith. I'm definitely ain't saying that to no guys. Big shout out David Smith, though.
Wasn't gonna repeat it, brother. That is not a Josh Hart thumbs up either.
They need to make Friday night like the celebrity, whoever you need to make that. This is where you bring in all the guys that's on Instagram and YouTube that's real good at basketball, and you give them Friday night a game and a dunk contest. It's listen, man. Social media runs the world. You got some dudes on social media that's nice. Bro, you fly them in for this weekend and you give them Friday night. I don't get it. The Rising Stars game tonight, no Cooper Flag. Let's be realistic. Like, I don't understand it. I would give social media Friday night.
They're saying it's gonna be over 200 influencers involved in All-Star Game festivities, so it's already overkill to me.
But it's not basketball purposes. I'm talking about the guys that's nice. Where you instead of this celebrity, you give them that.
Right, but you mix it in. Like if you have them, the whole point of having the influencers is so that you get the bump on social media because you want to get reposted on there. We know what it's about. It's about the ads. You want to make sure you tell the adders like, yo, the advertisers, yo, they're gonna repost us on these channels. We got 10 billion followers combined by influencers. We know what the game is. Why not do that? Mix it up with the guy. Even then, you invite Lethal Shooter and shit like that. That's a real basketball celebrity at this point through social media. All the guys the guy that tells you this is not a travel, and he shows you how to take 14 steps. He's a fucking celebrity. Put him in the game. Like, you could do something with him during All-Star weekend and have fun with it. Like, nah, that's not a travel. This is, and then have the old school dudes look at him like, man, get the fuck out of here. You need a segment like that throughout the weekend. Why is it that we're thinking about better shit in a span of 3 minutes better than Adam Silver? This is incredible.
Bro, you gotta have. I would have the one-on-one tournament with the YouTube and the Instagram guys, and then I would let them do a dunk contest. Because some of the dunks I see, the only thing is if they getting it on the first or second try. But some of the dunks I be seeing be insane, and it's like, I don't know, this shit is nasty. But you know, that's your man Adam Silver.
Terrible. Thrillium was good, man. Appreciate you always. Knickerbocker, Bodega Mayor. Appreciate you as well. Definitely want to take some time out, like I said earlier, man. See, Thrillium, he got that membership highlighted. That logo you see there, it looks like a peace sign a little bit, but just the jumping memberships that we had. You know, anyone that doesn't understand, we're trying to really go full time with this. And the fact that you guys, the financial support is crazy. So to support us and doing it PBS style, out the mud, independent, and then just, you know, complimenting or just letting us know, nah, y'all onto something. You're onto something. And, you know, to pay your way forward with it or helping us pay our way forward with it. You know, this week was a big week, man. Y'all click the different levels of memberships that we have on the different channels. It's really incredible, all ball.
I mean, yeah, I have to agree. You know, always, like I say, best chat in the game. And really appreciate y'all. Like I said, look at a night like tonight. We ain't have to go on tonight. We know it's All-Star weekend, but nah, we love chopping it up with y'all. We love seeing y'all. We love hearing from y'all, engaging. And, you know, we still love talking basketball. Even if we're tired, even if we say, okay, we can take a night off. Nah, no nights off. This thing is 24/7, 365. So, but always appreciate y'all. Like I said, they may think I'm exaggerating. I love the chat. This is why I'm here. And you might be correct. That fake LeBron triple-double is definitely triggering my allergies.
Ever since then, I noticed. I spoke to you. I'm like, oh, ever since last night, you've been sneezing. Oh, Bron's fake ass. I knew it. Get the Benadryl. Y'all missed the question mark in the title, family. Yeah, 24. I'm on to you, 24K. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Hey, look. It ain't me that said it. See, when we say you go, oh, you guys are bipolar, up and down. 1 minute is you the best. 1 minute is you the worst. Yeah. Well, guess what? Y'all know what time it is.
KNICKS Rehab.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all. Flea is on assignment. I got his glasses here. Better he missed this episode anyway. You know he's gonna jump in like Sting. I already know he's gonna do.
Big shout out Flea. Playing hooky.
Yeah, shout out to him. I can't wait to enjoy a later segment with my man, AllBall. We're gonna bask in the glory of hate. The hate icon himself strikes again. Never misses.
Darlene Bryant, we appreciate you too. We appreciate all you guys. That's a whole fact. Whole fact.
Nothing but facts. Speaking of facts, no, I didn't say fat. You bastards. I'm a little overweight. But this ain't the pot calling the kettle black. Our guy, Brian Windhorse. He has some things to report about the New York Knicks. Huh?
Speaking of the Knicks, Vince, we've had 2 Knick games in the last week on ESPN ABC. So doing a lot of prep work with that and watching them. One game was in Boston, and they absolutely destroyed the Celtics. It was a extremely impressive performance, as good as I've seen the Knicks play defensively all year long. Then they lose at home to the Pacers in a game where they were favored by 15 points. Now, in the NBA,
worst of the year? Is that worst of the year?
I don't know. I don't have that data, but it's got to be pretty close. You know, in the NBA, you know, a lopsided line is what, like 6.5, 7.5.
Yeah.
This was 15.5, and the Pacers won. Of course, the Pacers have had a lot of success in MSG over the last 3 years, so you know, maybe they just feel home there.
It's just a matchup,
I guess. But it was an overtime. And then they play the second half of back-to-back in Philly. Now, Philly, no Embiid. They're coming off the West Coast, et cetera, et cetera. But they have one of the best offensive games I've seen from them all year. And after the game is decided, Jose Alvarado gets deployed and knocks down 8 3-pointers off the bench and has 5 steals.
In like 19 minutes or something.
I don't know. It was something like
I
that.
think it was 19 minutes, 28 points, 5 steals.
The Philly fans all left, and the Knicks fans were all there, and it turned into Madison Square Garden South again as they were celebrating Alvarado. Alvarado's first game, he scored like 12 points in like 15 minutes. Was unbelievable. Comes home to the Garden, was awful. Goes to Philly, is unbelievable. He's already a Knick. He's fit right into. He's practically Clyde Frazier. He's so much of a Knick right now with that. They say to me, "Who's going to win? Who's going to win these?" And I go, "I don't know." And people are like, "What do you mean you don't know? This is your job." What do you want me to say? Look at this team. I've watched them in the course of 5 days. I've watched them twice dominate teams that I think they could face in the playoffs. One on one end of the court, one on the other. Get obliterated, you know, lose to one of the worst teams in the league. And by the way, the game before the Celtics game, they played in Detroit and lost by 40. What am I supposed to do with this, Vince?
Their highs are so high and their lows are so low.
Man. Brian, why you fucking playing games with me, bro? Playing games with me, bro. Enough is enough of these shenanigans, all ball. That's why sometimes you just gotta go depend on Twitter, man. It's what it is. Get to the real. Get to the real Brian Windhorse.
When I was talking to an Eastern Conference head coach the other day, and he said to me, he goes, "New York's the best team." And I was like, you know, oh, well, but he's like, nope, New York's the best team. And I was talking to like an executive in the Eastern Conference, high-ranking executive who's been doing it for a long time. And he goes, yeah, New York's the best team. When
That's it. That's it. That's it. What are we talking about, old ball? Huh? Need Brian Windhorse to tell you? He said he spoke to a high-ranking official. The East is scared of the New York Knickerbockers. Terrified. They already go, yeah, the best team, man. And what's it to talk about, old ball? Huh? Cleveland made this trade. Boston made a couple trades. Detroit, oh, the beast. Bad boys 10.0. And yet and still. Yeah, they smacked us. Coaches, executives. They told Wendy. Beast of the East is the Knicks. And it ain't got nothing to do with us throwing them soda and shit like that in the streets either, fellas. Come on, let's be clear about this. That was a one-off. Oh, boy. What's your reaction to the great Brian Windhorse reporting this wonderful news on a Friday evening?
I mean, well, we saying we crazy. You didn't hear him glazing Detroit. That's one thing. Like, he's in the mix and he's talking to executives. He's talking to front office guys, right? He's talking to former current players. And we are the hot topic. And I'm pretty sure, people are afraid to say out loud, the Knicks is the best team in the East. Why? I do not know. But we just came from the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, I do agree with them. We are up and down, right? But when you look at us, and if you know the game of basketball, we are one of the best teams in the NBA fully healthy. Why don't we ever get that like everybody else? Let's be for real. We haven't been fully healthy for how long now? If it ain't OG out, it's Mitch out. If it ain't the both of them out, it's Deuce out. Right? Josh Hart. Like, Right. We made some moves. So just imagine us fully healthy with the whole roster. I've been saying it all season. We are the third best team in the NBA behind OKC. The only reason why I give Denver that much props is because they have the best player in the NBA. But we own them. So if we're talking fully healthy, if you give me all the NBA teams fully healthy, oh, and I got to throw San Antonio in there. I didn't realize how good they are. Like, they're only 4-5 games behind OKC. So I got to give them props. But if we're talking fully healthy, out of all the NBA rosters, we're easily top 5. I'll say top 3. I may put San Antonio in front of Denver. But San Antonio, a la Detroit, what the fuck have y'all done? Y'all ain't win no playoff series. Y'all ain't been to the playoffs. So, listen, what makes that so ill is he didn't do what everybody else did. Jump on the Detroit Pistons bandwagon. Because that's the easy out now. You know that, right? When it comes to the Knicks. The easy out is, hold up. Detroit blew them out twice. But this is what I say, right? When we beat teams a la the 76ers, what do everybody say, Fabian? No Paul George, no Embiid, right? But when Detroit beat us, no Cat, no OG, we don't get that same energy. See, the mind games, I'm all about the mind games. Y'all talking to I'm a diabolical hater. I thrive on hate. Told you, I'm going to change my middle name to hate. The hate for the Knicks is insane. We do not get the same respect everyone else gets. Like I said, when we beat teams and they're shorthanded, everybody says it's nothing. Even some of the haters in the chat. Oh, don't get excited. They didn't have this player. But when we get our ass kicked, we don't have our guys neither. So we supposed to think Detroit is that much better than us when the last time we played them, we didn't have half our team. So for me, I know what Wimby is talking about. And whoever he's talking to, they're looking at it and saying, yo, man, them guys fully healthy? And then you watching how we beat down Boston, how we beat down Philly. Like he said, teams that we can meet in the playoffs. How are we not the best team in the East? How? How was Detroit the best team in the East? By record, okay. But if we're talking roster, if we're talking basketball, the Detroit Pistons is not better than us. So I love that Wimby said that, because you have guys like Stephen A. Smith that would have refuted that with the Detroit shit. Oh, well, Detroit blew. Yeah, but we wasn't healthy. No excuse. You shouldn't lose by 40. So I want to know, of course, he's not going to say who his source is, right? But I want to know why are so many analysts afraid to give the Knicks their props? That's what I want to know, right? Like what's wrong with saying, yo, the Knicks is one of the best teams in the NBA. They're one of the better teams in the East. Why is it so hard to say that? So for me, I agree with Wimby and I agree with whoever he was talking about. We've been saying it all this time. Like, yo, until Detroit knocks us off, what are we talking about? So I can't wait for the playoffs to get here, because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I can't wait. But I agree, man. We say it up here all the time on Knicks Rehab, and everybody think we're crazy. Now we have professionals, basketball savants, right? Basketball geniuses saying the same thing Knicks Rehab is saying and what the chat be saying. We one of the best teams in the East and one of the best teams in the NBA. I agree. Like I said, if we're talking fully healthy, let's be realistic. Now we have one of the deepest teams in the NBA. We have one of the teams with the most depth in the NBA. And now we have like legit backups for the backups. We have a legit point guard. We have a legit power forward now. We have a legit center. All those, we have legit everything. So I agree. It's just funny that, you know, look, y'all beat a hurt team. See? But we never hurt. We can play a game with no Josh Hart, no OG, no Mitch, no Deuce. And we get flamed when we get smoked. But when we smoke a team that has injuries, we don't get no credit. Unbelievable. I love it. But it's almost coming to an end. Less than 90 days, we will be in the playoffs, and then we'll see what all y'all have to say. Because I don't want to hear no fucking excuses when we're in the finals and you niggas up here crying.
Great points about the injuries, man. It's not talked about enough. Jalen Brunson has had to deal with a lot of injured teammates, and nobody talks about that. 2 seasons ago, a friend of mine, he was out here going bananas with everybody injured. 2 years later, got a bunch of his teammates injured again. Obviously, we're going through ups and downs, and the Cat Brunson chemistry is a question mark. And yet we still made it to the conference finals last year. And a lot of these fan bases, we'll get into Cleveland in a second. Of course, Detroit fans don't want to hear this. The Celtics, before they got hurt, their main guy got hurt last year in the playoffs. We disposed them. We were beating them down. So I think the big deal about this is, how is it that we forget what the playoffs are? How is it that we just talk about the regular season? Like even getting the MVP. I seen Dirk get an MVP and get smacked when it mattered most. LeBron get MVPs, wet the bed when it mattered most. I argued with my guys yesterday. I was not sober, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, Big Body is the leader of the team. And it just doesn't behoove me. Nah, you good, matter of fact. You good. Stay right there. Oh, he froze up. Yeah, you good, bro. Forget it. Fuck it. And for me, it's like, how do we forget this? When it mattered most, I never seen Jalen Brunson go crazy and wet the bed. He might run into some bigger bodies. He might not be able to figure that out in real time. But what happened in the playoffs with Big Body Brunson? We don't have to go back and forth about this today, AllBall. Not again. But that's the leader. That's who we take on. We all saw them look to him when it mattered most. Yo, take us home, man. Even if you're going to hog the ball, just take us home, man. And we haven't seen too many guys in the league today do that. That's all. And also, might I add, David Smith, we did see Mad Lion make a couple of appearances last playoffs. MJ fadeaways, baseline, pump fake, step back threes. Oh, it's crunch time. Back-to-back conference finals appearances. These are the two leaders of the team. That's why it's so tough to really, I get it. But remember, this is AllBall, dime dropper, flea, ingraining in me. That sounds good, Fabian. This ain't the playoffs, bro. And then I said, oh, wait a minute. Look at this guy. He's damn near my height. And when the playoffs happen, you hear it every day, AllBall. You know what we say. Jordan numbers. They don't want to hear it. They hate that we brag about it, but these are facts. You can't change history, y'all. I didn't make this up. Don't hate us. Hate the game, baby. Brian Windhorst is correct. Even though we all up and down, we are still looking for an identity. Defensively, we just added some dogs, and not only dogs in Alvarado and Sohan. Now with Sohan, you're talking about a shit starter. This guy's gonna create some fire on that court. Then you got Josh Hart. He already likes this. He just needed. Josh Hart is the kind of dude that needs to get hyped. He's kind of like not the gang leader, but he's throwing a punch after the fight starts. But somebody got to throw that first punch. And you know Jose, Brooklyn style. Sohan, I don't know what part of Brazil he's from. But he's a wild boy. And you need those elements. We didn't have those personalities either last year, old boy. Like PJ Tucker couldn't play. Like it was just like PJ Tucker. So now we have the guys that are gonna fight and bring the personality to the game, the competitiveness to make you think outside of basketball. Because people hate that. But it's like, bro, we grew up where you might get clothesline at the basket because they're trying to win a basketball game. They're really trying hard. Like, no. We're not giving this up. Go earn that. I got 5 more of these, by the way. That's how they were playing. And people hate it. Like, well, you guys were just wrestling each other. It's like, bro, what do you mean? You never wanted something so bad in your life? How did you act? I'm questioning how some of you guys went. How did you guys go pick up fellas? You never wanted a young lady before in your life? Did you just sit there and go, whatever happens, happens? No, you want to go get her. Sometimes you play hard to get. You like, nah, hold on a second, man. Nah, hold on. Let me turn this up a little bit.
But
I question people's demeanor about life when they talk like that. What you mean that was jail ball? What are you talking about? I'm competitive at Monopoly. I will fucking cheat in Monopoly. Yes, don't play me. The money is under my leg. It's happening, old boy. I am the bank.
So I don't JJ47K, right? Never excuse me, never seen him before. Big shout out to you. And I'm just looking at some of the chat, right? And I laugh when people say we talk about old shit. Last season is old now. That's what we call old, right? And then, you see people in the chat talk about winning the playoffs. We were in the conference finals. So I don't know if they talk about Detroit. I don't know, right? But this is the same energy Pistons fans and some of the networks and some of the analysts had for Detroit as well. And what happened? So like I said, it's very hard to like the Knicks if you're not a Knicks fan. I get it. But when you talk basketball, we were just in the Eastern Conference Finals where nobody had us there. Nobody had us beating Boston. We was up 3-1 when Tatum got hurt. Let's cut the jokes, right? So for me, I don't get it, right? But we'll put you Detroit Pistons fans out your misery real soon. And it's comical when people say we're going to lose in the first round. To who? To who? So Boston, Philly, Orlando, Charlotte, like really? Like you hate a team that much? Because I bask in hate. I know what hate is. You hate the Knicks so much that if we were to play the Charlotte Hornets in the first round, people will say they will beat us.
They're a dangerous young team.
That's the hate for the Knicks. It's comical, but I love it. But listen, we can laugh and say what we want about Wendy. He spoke the truth. And you see, when he said whoever that is that said that to him, he was flabbergasted. He had no rebuttal. Because like I said, the easy answer is you just throw Detroit out there because they beat us down twice. But when you break down the game, like I said, when you look at the roster, when you look at everything, we are the better team. It's not even close. If you want to think about it, what's Kane and Brunson, you can have whatever's your cup of tea, right? Whatever's your cup of tea. If you want to say Kane is better, cool. I'm not arguing with you. But that right there evens out. After that, you tell me we probably run that whole thing on y'all after that. Cat, OG, Bridges, Deuce. Like, it's hard. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. Now, granted, Detroit got some guys with a chip on their shoulder. They're playing great basketball this season. You can't take that away from them. But if we're talking basketball, it's not even close. And you will see in the playoffs, like you saw last season, not in the conference finals, not in the semi-conference finals. In the first round, you bum-ass niggas. 6 games. 6 games. That ain't old. That's recent. So until we get back to the playoffs, that's what you have to harp on. So, like I said, it's comical, but y'all will have y'all day. Doomsday will be here soon. We ain't got to wait till Doomsday with Dr. Doom in December. No, Doomsday will be here real soon for you Detroit Pistons fans. Because you niggas ain't even a real threat. You niggas ain't even the real threat. If you want me to be honest, a lot of Pistons fans, y'all feelings about to get hurt. Y'all not even a real threat. We ain't even thinking about y'all. Yeah, that's where we going. Y'all not even a real threat. Think about that. So now when all of y'all asleep, when all of y'all's thinking about us, we ain't even thinking about y'all. We think about somebody else. Yeah. How about that?
Well, old boy, we love our listeners. We love our supporters, family. Zeke Jackson, Isaiah Jackson. He said, "What's up, fellas? I hope y'all are blessed. I haven't been around. I just closed on a new house and I purchased a new car for the missus. I love y'all. Nothing but love. Been watching the replays." Zeke Jackson has been around for a minute. Like,
Yes.
he's been talking about him and the missus watching us, laughing with us for the longest. And it's shit like that that's bananas. And I just wanted to highlight that because congratulations.
Yes.
Getting a house is no joke, especially in this climate when they say the world's over. You're doing your thing, Zeke. I would say I'm proud of you, but I'm just happy to see people report some good news. Everybody thinks the world is coming to an end. I can't stand that shit. Happy to see you guys happy, man. And that's it, old boy.
Yeah. Listen, y'all know me. I hate everything, but I can't hate a man that takes care of his family, right? I tell my family all day, kiss my ass. I ain't giving y'all shit, right? But all jokes aside, big shout out. He's been around for a while. He supports like everybody else. And you just gotta, you gotta have respect for any human being that's taking care of their family. You know what I mean? I hope we all are well. And I hope we all are able to do what Zeke is doing as far as just being a great human being and taking care of your family. So much love to everybody, but big shout out to him.
Absolutely. And of course, old boy, the people want to know. Got the number 1 seed, Detroit Pistons. They blew us out, man. And what you just said.
We ain't even thinking about y'all. Y'all thinking about us. We ain't thinking about y'all. It's another team we thinking about that's more of a threat than y'all. Like Flea say, y'all ain't did shit. Y'all beat us in the regular season. Y'all beat us in the playoffs yet? Y'all new to this. Y'all just start getting to the playoffs. Told you, I don't deal with first round niggas. Call me Mr. ECF. Holla at me when you get there. Listen, I'm mad we even entertain you first round niggas. First round talk, I don't comprehend. That shit triggers my allergies. I start getting congested. Listen, I don't even know how we got bamboozled and swindled into talking about first round shit. First round shit? We been stopped doing that. First round. What?
FRNs?
Nigga said, boo boo shay, I may swap. Said swap? What? Nigga said, that's talking French. What's it? First round? First
Nope.
round?
First round. This team made it out of the first round a couple of times, and they added somebody old ball to trade deadline. What we doing out here, man? Are we scared?
That's the real threat, Pistons fans, to our Knicks. It ain't you niggas.
Ooh.
Sorry to hurt your feelings.
Jesus Christ, old ball. That's how we feeling? The biggest threat in the East right now to the New York Knicks not making it out to the finals is the Cleveland Cavaliers? Are you trying to trigger Sugarman, man? Where's he at? Shout out to Sugarman, who's a member now, by the way. Salute to him. Paying for the hate. Gotta love it.
Sugarman. Big shout out to all the members. Sugarman. That's nice. I didn't know that. But go ahead, Fabian.
You go ahead. You explain this to me. The Cleveland Cavaliers acquired James Harden, get rid of Darius Garland, who barely played any games. And now you got him as our biggest threat in the East, old ball? Please explain.
So we have to admit, Cleveland is a good basketball team. Like we can feel how we want to feel. They are a good basketball team, right? They have two bigs that can give us problems, right? You have a superstar who can give you a 50 clip any given moment. And then you add a James Harden. Now, let's be realistic. Cleveland was a semi-threat with Darius Garland. It's not even close who's a better basketball player, Garland or James Harden, even at this point, right? We know how we all feel about James Harden. Choke or whatever we want to say. But since he's been in Cleveland, they've been undefeated, and they look real fucking good. Their style of basketball is going to be a problem for us. It ain't Detroit. Sorry, Detroit. Y'all first round niggas. These are second round niggas. I think being in the second round is being better than being in the first round, right? This is the only time where 2 is better than 1, right? So, Detroit, until y'all get to the second round, until the Eastern Conference Finals, slow down. Slow down.
Colin Cowherd voice.
Cleveland got this. Slow down. Yeah. Sorry, Detroit Pistons fans. Look, y'all ain't know that curveball was coming, right? Look, Detroit Pistons fans. Just imagine you think somebody's thinking about you and they thinking about somebody else. Just imagine that feeling. You go all out to get their attention. And they go, we ain't even think about you, bro. We think about that over there. You know how embarrassing that is? Bro, we ain't think about y'all. The Cleveland Cavaliers is legit. I'm not going to say they legit title contenders, but you cannot deny what they look like right now. Yeah, it's a small sample size, but let's not forget, Harden can win you a game or 2 in the playoffs. We've seen it in Philly. He get a lot of flack, but let's not forget Embiid was shit, right? So let's not act like that Harden-Donovan Mitchell tandem right now is looking like one of the best duos in the NBA. You have 2 guys that can get you 30 a clip. And let's not forget, James Harden could pass the hell out of that ball. Did y'all see the assist he threw the other day from the top of the key behind the back? And what he's going to do for Mobley and Jared Allen in the playoffs is scary. And then they have nothing but shooters. So for me, I think that's more of a threat in the playoffs than the Detroit Pistons. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have guys that have been to the finals. They have an MVP. They have a guy, Donovan Mitchell, who has been good in the NBA for how many years now? Always getting to the playoffs. Oh, and by the way, second round. They ain't first round niggas. I keep telling y'all, I do not know how we allowed the Detroit Pistons to swindle and bamboozle us in they first round niggas. First place don't talk to second place. When that happened? ECF niggas don't talk to first round exit niggas. When we start doing that? A Cherokee, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite. A Cherokee. When has ECF niggas talked to first round exit niggas? Explain. Explain. So for me, I think Cleveland is more of a threat in the East to us than anybody. Than Orlando, than Detroit, than Philly, Boston. Now all of a sudden everybody glazes Charlotte. When I said Charlotte was a good team in the beginning of the season, everybody laughed at me. I said they're exciting, things of that nature. So for me, I'm a little nervous about the Cleveland Cavaliers because I think they have everything. They have the superstar. They have the superstar that's been there. They have a former MVP and a guy that, like I said, people consider one of the best guards in the NBA. He's been there, been to a finals, and then they have a defensive player of the year candidate, and they have nothing but shooters. So for me, I think, while everybody is glazing Detroit, Cleveland is flying right under the radar. And I think as a Knicks fan, that's who I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Detroit at all. Like I said, that tough shit, all that, listen, you getting their minds, that shit goes right out the window. Half them niggas, you got to worry about if they're going to get a check and get thrown out the game. Like, ain't nobody think about y'all. This shit is mental warfare. So for me, for people to glaze Detroit as if they did anything yet and just overlook the Cleveland Cavaliers, my opinion, way bigger threat than the Detroit Pistons. Easily in the playoffs. Like I said, this ain't with Darius Garland. James Harden can win you 2 playoff games. That's huge. When you have one player that can win you, we see what it means when we played Indiana. Siakam won 1 playoff game. That meant everything. Cleveland has a guy that can win you 1 or 2 playoff games by himself, by just his play. So for me, y'all can have Detroit. I'm looking at Cleveland going, let's find a way to duck them motherfuckers. Because that's going to be a very bad matchup. Come on, y'all. You see it, Fabian?
No, that's Zeke. Been
okay. No, let's say no. Okay.
You know what? Wait a minute. How dare I, all ball? He did it again. he did it again. Zeke Jackson, appreciate you. Huh? Hitting that membership button again, resubscribing, however they do. They notify us by considering you a new member, which is insane because we've seen you on here before. But again, thank you to you and the family. You guys are amazing. All ball.
Yeah. So just my last point is I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm just not. I don't understand why. Like I said, Fleet always speaks about taking steps and not skipping steps. So I respect Detroit Pistons fans. They're like us. Listen, they respect and they have confidence in their team. As a Pistons fan, you're supposed to say we're the best team and we're getting to the finals. I don't expect nothing less. But I'm not going to overlook Cleveland. No, I think they are a better basketball team than y'all. And once they get it together in their chemistry and adding a guy like James Harden, who, let's not forget, he wants to change the narrative about himself. So he's going to be playing hella basketball. So for me, sorry, Detroit, niggas ain't thinking about y'all. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers is a way bigger threat than the Detroit Pistons.
New York Knicks, we have played the Cleveland Cavaliers several times in the playoffs. And to quote the great Nicki Minaj, they are our sons. And that's what they are. I ain't scared of them. What? Mitchell Robinson back smacks them dudes in his sleep. You know, I've never been scared of them. Add James Harden, the loser, that guy, he's thinking about strip clubs all ball. He ain't trying to bounce those Spaldings. He's trying to bounce some other things out there in them clubs.
Just all right, but stay there. Have you been watching? And just be honest, since the addition of James Harden, have you watched the 3 or 4 Cleveland Cavalier games?
I call one of them.
And I'm not saying I fear them. I'm just saying when these analysts and everybody talk about the threat to the Knicks, It shouldn't only be the Detroit Pistons. I'm just saying, if y'all been watching, excuse me, the Cleveland Cavaliers since they got James Harden, that is a lethal ball club that can put up numbers like the fucking Kansas City Chiefs in their prime. Just
Listen,
saying.
man. The Knicks' biggest threat is the Knicks. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Okay.
Get the Pistons up out of here. Flea has convinced me. You have convinced me. The Detroit Pistons should be worried about their division rival Cleveland Cavaliers because they got to play a couple more times this year. And if you play them in the playoffs thinking shit is sweet, we know how to beat them. We got the blueprint. We got the big dog in the middle. Y'all got some dogs, but it ain't been tried and tested yet, man. Donovan Mitchell's dying to get out of that first round over there in Cleveland. He's ragged bum-ass James Harden over there. You can't sleep on him. They can't sleep on him because you ain't do this before. Like, we really got their heart, all ball. Like, James Harden's going to be in the playoffs trying to throw alley-oops, and he's going to quit again. That's what he does. He's going to try to throw an alley-oop to Mobley, be like, yo, what happened? And he's going to look down the court. They're going to see how shook Jared Allen is of Mitchell Robertson. Like, yo, because of him, they're gonna look like they got kicked in their ass. James Harden like this. Like, yo, what? Don't even want to look our way. That's how it goes. We got their heart, man. It's what it is. But the Pistons have to worry about the Cavs. The Pistons have to worry about the Celtics. These are guys that have been there before. The Magic have to do something, but you see, you can't believe in the Magic, or I shouldn't, because I've been bigging up the last couple of years. But I can't believe in them when you keep hitting your head on the ceiling. Can't get past for some reason. Detroit hasn't done that yet. And Cleveland is in the same position, but they got some vets over there. Got to be careful with those kind of teams. But those teams, we've proven we could smack them around. Smack them around. We're supposed to sweep them. When I say, oh, boy, we sweep this bum-ass team. Man's like, you crazy. How am I crazy? Y'all didn't watch these games, man. So Durant and them, they can out-rebound Cleveland, but they haven't had a James Harden there to help them in this scenario. They got to watch out. Not us. We got them figured out. We just got to show up and challenge each other the way we have in the last month, all ball. I wish the playoffs started tomorrow, man. It's getting ridiculous. I'm starting to get antsy. These bum-ass fan bases coming in here trying to tell us how shit goes down when we're supposed to win. I'm feeling like how the Yankees used to. I used to hate the Yankees, man. But now I get their fan base. Man, they ain't worried about June. Bum-ass Mets fans. We talking about in September, bro. You got to put your jacket on. That's what the Yankee fans used to tell me growing up, bro. So I ain't even got my Scully on yet. What you talking about? That's when we still play. That's when y'all watching us. Like, oh, shit. And it always felt bad. But now I get it. Yo, bro, that's when it matters. That's when people turn up. They call Derek Jeter Mr. October. Bananas. Or Mr. November, excuse me. Come on, man. Can't wait for Brunson to come out there and bust their ass. But Detroit, you got to worry about a team that's in your division that could take you out of there. And again, we ain't worried about the Celtics. We got them up out of there last year. So stop.
Listen, man. I just seen Tori B in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Tori B is in the building. You know, I watch Pistons fans in the chat. Love y'all to death, right? Appreciate the love and support. And all I keep seeing is y'all ain't win since 1973. Right? So since we want to talk about the past, let's talk about the past a little bit, Detroit. Didn't y'all win 14 games a couple seasons ago? Didn't y'all get bumped in the first round last season? So since we want to talk about the past, holla at me when I get out the first round. We've been doing that for about 3-4 seasons now. Holla at me. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they got us to give them this energy. First round exit niggas. We don't talk to you niggas. Mr. ECF, baby. What we talking about? What we talking about? We really got bamboozled and swindled by first round exit niggas. I don't even know how y'all confident at this point. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, since all y'all have championship aspirations, what y'all going to do when y'all ain't in the chip? We have to look out for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all be okay. Because listen, we the best team in the East, man. Like I said, fully healthy. It's not even close. And this Thursday, y'all going to get a dose of that. Y'all going to get a... Remember, it's no OG and no Deuce. But Big Mitch going to be there. Alvarado going to be there. So Hard gonna be there, and if I'm not mistaken, Josh Hart ain't gonna be there probably. So y'all still not gonna get us fully healthy. But y'all, come on, man. Come on, man. That's why I said I can't wait. Listen. I told you I wish we were able to tank to where we can meet you niggas in the first round. I don't want to wait. Hey, Adam Silver. Allow us to take so we can meet up with the Pistons. I don't want nobody fucking up this matchup. No. I can't wait. A fully healthy Knicks team? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Cleveland Cavaliers is a bigger threat in the East to the Knicks than the Detroit Pistons. Sorry. I'm going to repeat my brother Flea again. What the fuck have the Detroit Pistons done? Was it Boston the number 1 seed last season, or was it Cleveland?
I think it was Cleveland.
Where were they at? Where were they at when we was in the ECF? No, I'm gonna ask again. Since we want to put so much emphasis on the number 1 seed. Are the Detroit Pistons having a better season this year than the Cleveland Cavaliers last season? Where were they at while we was playing in the ECF? Oh, history will repeat itself. You can have that number 1 seed. Because while we're playing in the ECF, you niggas will be home breaking y'all TVs and angry at y'all whole family. Because y'all going to be watching us like this. Yeah. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Yeah.
And of course, the New York Knicks are led by the one and only Jalen Brunson. And recently retired Chris Paul. Throwback video. He had some thoughts on Jalen Brunson a long time ago.
Jalen Brunson? That's my man. Yeah. So Jalen, I'll tell you a quick story about Jalen. Y'all so lucky to have Jalen here. Y'all so lucky to have Jalen here. And I'm sure you know Leon.
Sure. Right, yeah.
Leon's my agent. Yeah, that was my agent who was for sure my family for life. Jalen, his dad was Leon's first client.
First client. I didn't know that.
So
that's awesome.
I don't know what year that was, but one year I was traveling and I wanted somebody to travel and work out with me. It was Rick. It was Rick Brunson. So Jalen was like in the 8th grade or 9th grade or whatnot and was like working out and training with me, man. So Jalen been nice for a long time. Y'all just know that. Y'all getting to see it now. But Jalen was like in the 8th and 9th grade playing like 17 and under AAU. He just then always had a brilliant basketball mind, and him coming to New York just gave him the opportunity to run the show.
He's unbelievable, man.
I went to the national championship game with my son. It was the Final Four game of the national championship with Rick to watch Jalen play when he was in college. We were in San Antonio to play against the Spurs, and I got a chance to go watch Jalen.
Did you think he'd be this good when you saw him? Serious?
Absolutely.
What I didn't understand, what's always hard for me to figure out, and you would get it but like him understanding every angle, bump, step, like he's spent an entire life finishing against bigger people, so he has every single trick. But then to see him be the primary guy and still do it, that's the part that I'm...
His footwork, his pace. So that's the thing. Like, Jalen ain't the fastest, you know what I'm saying? He ain't the strongest, but his pace, his quickness, his footwork or whatnot. So, and he a dog. Like, he got grit. You know what I mean? So
There you have it. CP3 letting you know the real anointed one. Huh? It's been written. Big body Brunson. He was meant for this old ball. Real quick, your thoughts on CP3's analysis, the recently retired CP3. We'll get to that in a second. On Jalen Brunson's ascension, he been knew that.
You know, it's sad that, you know, it shows you a lot of these GMs, a lot of people that's involved in the game of basketball don't know the game. That's what I get from this, right? Because how many, you know, they asked Luka the same thing. And Luka said, yeah, I knew he was going to be this good.
And to add to that, his coach from college.
Right. So
he called up Golden State general man. He called it like, yo, bro, that I don't care what his size is. He can do it all. Like he could his post game. This kid got it.
Right.
He got it.
So what I get from that is they are trying to eliminate guards like Jalen Brunson in the NBA. The league is getting infatuated with the SGA prototype, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", you know that. But it just goes to show you how good Jalen Brunson is to be able to navigate amongst giants and get to Eastern Conference Finals, put a whole team on your back, clutch player of the year, all-star, all-NBA, average 28 in the season, 30, 35 in the playoffs. Like, he's the real David and Goliath story. That's what this is. And for guys like Chris Paul to just say what they said, it's insane because it's sad that GMs and guys that it's their job to go out there and look for talent and see talent and not see this. The Dallas Mavericks let go or got rid of Luka and Jalen Brunson, who could have been the best backcourt in the NBA for the next 10 years.
Who are leading franchises right now.
That's how you know. Big shout out, rest in peace, the legend, Roger Mayweather. What he said, most people don't know shit about boxing. Most people don't know shit about basketball. And it's some of these niggas that's getting paid millions of dollars. So it sometimes it just feels good to know that you have a player that stature, that magnitude on your team, playing for your franchise. Because how long has this been? And I agree with the chat when they say, 73, right? But how long has it been that we've had a player like this that gives us hope, that we could believe in to get us to the promised land, right? Which is the NBA Finals. And last season, only being his third season, we were 2 games from that. So how can you not be excited for this young man playing for the Knicks? When it's like his third season, he's did more than damn near half of the Knicks history, right? Of course, you got Clyde and them guys. That's a whole nother level. But when we're talking about guys like Melo and things of that nature, so listen, Chris Paul and them guys have been seeing this young man since high school. We forget he won 2 national championships in college. How do we gloss over that? How was that a second-round draft pick? So listen, just happy to have that young man here. And I can't wait for this playoffs for him to just do legendary shit once again and just shut up all the doubters and all the naysayers. Because like I said, last season was the same talk. People picked Detroit. They said we had no chance against Boston. And we were right there knocking on the door at the finals. So I can't wait for this young man to shut everybody the fuck up in 90 days. I can't fucking wait.
Just great points you made, especially with Brunson leading the way over here in New York and then letting Luka go. Obviously, Luka was the clear-cut better player at that time, but just to see him take over with a team like that, and I know even watching Kyrie with LeBron, the difference was we got to see Kyrie before LeBron and after, and it was like, yo, you're a good co-star. I didn't see Kyrie carry the Cavs. And he's another little guy. That's why I bring him up. Great name in the chat, by the way, Vinny Johnson, New Yorker, often overlooked as a New York basketball guard, little man who was busting ass out there, the microwave.
Yes.
You kidding me?
Yes. Come on, man. Listen, he went to that bad boys team, and that's when they started winning them championships. The microwave. Come on now. Big shout out Vinnie Johnson.
Yo, sports be having some of the illest nicknames of all time.
The greatest, bro. The greatest.
The microwave is so crazy. Jalen Brunson be acting like a microwave out here too. And somehow we forget it. And I get it through the ups and downs of this year. It's hard to, imagine that, or it's easy to forget what he's done when it matters most, what I keep stressing. And just to be a closer at that size. Remember, he don't have long, like Iverson had long arms. He played football.
And he was athletic.
Super.
People forget how athletic, how quick and fast, and how much of an athlete Allen Iverson was. Like, remember, he played high school football. So, like, people really don't understand how good and how athletic he was, Fabian.
I love hearing when his mom said when he was born, she was like, I saw his hands and I said, oh, I got a baller. It was so just her reaction is hilarious, but prophetic, because it was just amazing to see that. And with Jalen Brunson, you don't think that. And we get why, but it's like, bro, all you gotta do is watch. And to see him do this again, to be able to close out games and have this skill is just amazing. I don't know if Chris Paul got into it, his pace, his footwork. He's not the fastest, not the tallest, obviously. And just to see him do this is amazing. And the fact that you got guys like this saying, like, nah, back then I knew he was gonna be that deal. All he had to do was keep working hard. And we forget that a lot of times. But ball. Speaking of CP3, he did just retire, man. He did just retire. And I don't know. I won't say there's a lot of dirt on his name, but Boogie Cousins out here saying, man, where the respect at, man? Where's the love at, man?
I don't think this looks good for the league.
Weird.
The optics, it doesn't look good for the next generations coming up. It should be some form of appreciation, some form of love for what, the products of this game bring to the game. And this is a clear-cut showing of the complete opposite, and I don't like it.
You know how I know it's bad? Like, I'm not a Chris Paul fan. As a Spurs fan, I never have been, and I have darkness in my heart. And I know this feels weird. Like, I even feel like I don't love this ending for him either.
Cool,
but then I also feel like the alternative is what? Somebody puts him in a roster spot, and that's almost bad too.
Yeah, it's almost bad as well.
This all feels yucky.
I don't think this looks good.
Damn. Ball. I understand. I get it. What are your thoughts on what Boogie Cousins is saying, and even Michelle Beadle, just like, you know what? Regardless of how it went down with the Clippers and every other team, we ain't talking about no bum. Talking about a guy he's in the record books. This guy was damn an MVP early in his career. What are your thoughts on Boogie Cousins? Yo, man, let's put some respect on Chris Paul's name.
Well, let's not forget Boogie Cousins is not a fan of Chris Paul. Let's not forget that. He don't like Chris Paul. He said it. You can look those videos up. When they asked him, he said it. Why is Chris Paul top 5 point guards ever? He ain't no top 5. So right? But I disagree with DeMarcus Cousins and the young lady. This is what I said a while ago. These players are staying too long. Fabian, have I not said that? Everybody think I'm crazy. Just because you can play 21 years doesn't mean you can play 21 years. Chris Paul right now on the basketball team is doing what? He's taking up a roster spot and he's taking up money. Now, you have guys like Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Kawhi. They are still producing at a high level, right? Chris Paul wasn't, and he can't no more. So I don't get now if Boogie Cousins is talking about, there needs to be more veterans on NBA teams. Okay, I give you that, but that don't mean you have to take up a roster spot. Now, I agree you need more veterans on teams, maybe on coaching staffs, right? But not taking up a roster spot. So for me, I've been saying it. Guys are playing too long. If you're not impacting the game, if you're not impacting winning, if you can't guard nobody, if you can't score, why would I have you? I don't care what you did 10, 15, 20 years ago, even 5 years ago. We see the game today, right? So I don't get it. You know, these guys are ruining their legacy. Now, when we talk about Chris Paul, this is what we're going to talk about 10 years from now. Yeah, we're going to talk about how great he was, but we're also going to say, damn, they did Chris Paul dirty. Bro, the Clippers, he's from LA, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's not. Chris Paul ain't right. I'm thinking of James Harden.
Yeah.
And Paul George, right? But this is what happens. And you're seeing it with everybody. No disrespect. Look at Steph Curry. Yeah, he can still play the game at a high level, but these guys are not impacting the game as far as winning basketball games and compete for championships. So Chris Paul should have been retired. Now look, it looks crazy on your resume. I don't care what nobody's saying. These guys are hurting their legacies by staying 2, 3, some 4 years longer than they should. You know when enough is enough. You know it, right? So, is it sad to see how it went down? Yes, but there's no sympathy. Should have been got up out of here. It's crazy that teams actually signed you and thought you was going to have an impact. That's for real. Now, to sign a guy like that as a consultant, maybe, or just on the bench, right? I get that. But come on, bro. Nah, man. So I think guys are staying way too long. Way too long. Like LeBron is this, what, 23rd year? Come on, bro. Right? Now, you know, he's a different, you know what I mean? Some guys are just touched by the gods. But for you guys to look at LeBron and think y'all can do that, y'all got to stop. Or you got to understand, like, you're going to be out there looking crazy because somebody may not sign you or pick you up. So I have no problem with teams. Listen, it's my money. It's my team. I ain't got to sign you. So I ain't got no problem with it. I just think guys are staying too long. And I'm tired of seeing these old niggas too, if you want me to be honest. Pack you niggas up. Facts. Get up out of here, bro. You niggas is in the way.
This is why we need Flea here, man, because me and AllBall just a couple of haters. and he disagrees with us all the time. So he brings in the wait a minute. You know, Flea will come in, wait a minute. I got a question. Because boy, oh boy, I was hoping AllBall did not forget his words. You guys stick around way too long and act like we didn't see Moses Malone stick around way too long and hit a 94-footer from the other side of the court at the buzzer sometime. It's around for way too long. Akeem Olajuwon was on the Raptors. Terrible. Patrick Ewing was on the Orlando Magic and Seattle Super. Terrible. Because Shaq was on the Celt. Horrible. And I saw Paul Pierce and him say, yo, if Shaq would have stayed healthy, are you kidding me? That guy was a 100-year-old Volkswagen out there. He looked crazy. And like you said, some of these guys, they get touched by the gods, man. You just seen LeBron's rumored to go back to Cleveland next year. I think Tim McManaman, whatever his name was, from ESPN, is saying that, or Tim Bontemps, he's reporting that is the rumor right now. He's going back to Cleveland to choose his way out. So Paul Pierce and Draymond said they don't love you like they did Kobe. There's no farewell tour for you. When the hell did this farewell tour thing even start? What are y'all talking about? They made it a thing because of the whole, it's Nike, it's all this, the marketing, and it's cool. But what Harvey Dent said, play the hero, live long enough to be the villain.
Yeah.
It ain't take long for Chris Paul to live to be a villain. That motherfucker's been a villain since college, punching people in the nuts. Chris Paul is bananas.
One of the most dirtiest players in NBA history, low key. I've been saying that forever. Yeah, listen. He's one of the most dirtiest players in NBA history. Yeah, I'm going there. History. Facts.
Dirtiest in the game. I seen Kenya Martin agree with what I said. I said, yo, he's a sneaky individual. And when Kenya Martin echoed that, I was like, damn, well, I ain't far off. And then a teammate said it. And they didn't like his play. They thought he was like playing both sides. I saw a clip where Byron Scott initially got the job with the Cavaliers. and the owner, the general manager, was telling him, there's no way LeBron has the balls to leave over here. He's coming back. Byron Scott said, oh, yeah, I'll be right back, and called Chris Paul. Chris Paul called him back, said, give me 10 minutes. Called him back and said, yeah, he's out. He ain't going back there. And it's like, well, how do you have that relationship? Not to say people don't have relationships, but it's just the fact that there's so much on Chris Paul's plate where he plays both sides, and people see it. And not to take away from his greatness, we all say, saw and laud what he did with OKC. SGA always talks about like, that everything changed with him there. Phoenix Suns, when he made the finals, Chris Paul made the finals now. So, but there was a ceiling to him, and there was moments where he dribble the ball off his leg against OKC. That was him, right?
Yeah.
Against Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
There's some moments with him where it's like, damn.
I mean,
is he? You just said LeBron's blessed by the gods. Some people are kind of like cursed by the gods, and they can't shake it off. They can't shake it off, and that's just basketball stuff. The other thing is just the political side of it. Like the Raptors really traded for him. The Spurs had him like first, second year for Wemby. We thought that was a great thing for them, but even they got rid of him. If he was so great to be around, why did they get rid of him at that stage of his career? And then you go to the Clippers and they kick you out of there. And yeah, we were saying like, damn, they kick you out of there like that in the middle of the night. Well, there's smoke, there's fire. At some point, we can't just sit here and say, poor Chris Paul. Bro, you're a grown man. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's very calculated. Every time he talks, I listen to him and I go, what do you really want to say, bro? What do you really want to say? You saw Rondo snuff him. I think did he spit on Rondo? No, Rondo spit on him. Whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever.
Just and they're both respected in that way. But I never heard people speak on Rondo the way they speak on Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain respect for Rondo. Is like, yo, he's a brainiac of this thing, and they don't play with Rajon Rondo. CP3 is like every time I hear someone speak on him, they don't like him. I've never heard people that really like love CP3. Don't see it. With Rondo, it's different. It's the hate or love thing because he don't play any games. CP3 plays too many games.
Yeah, but I really don't care how nobody feels about Chris Paul personally. You can't play basketball no more at that level. To me, that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, but don't you think that has something to do with how Boogie Cousins is saying maybe he's having just a moment and he's saying like, damn, maybe he should have had. But even you don't like him, Boogie. And if you feel that way, there's a bunch of other people that feel that way. They're not going to show him love like that at the end.
Right, but for me, the what Boogie Cousins and them should be talking about, should be discussing is, nigga, these niggas are staying too long. Listen, Jeff Teague told a story about Vince Carter in Atlanta. I think it was his 20th, 21st season. And, he like Vince Carter's soul, and he looking at him like, yo, bro, come on, dog. Know what I'm saying? That's what this shit is. You niggas are staying too long. Y'all don't need the money. Back in them days, I get why they try to stay as long as possible to make as much money as possible. So I would like for Boogie Cousins and a lot of these other basketball guys talk about and tackle that conversation. Our guys staying too long. Like LeBron, I'm telling you now, he's going to play 25 years. It's something about the number 25. He's going to play 2 more years because it just makes sense for him to say, I'm the only person that played 25 years at this level. That doesn't happen, right? So I think, like I said, Chris Paul, great player, but these guys need to really start thinking about, how things are going to affect their legacy. And staying too long, knowing you don't have it no more, and trying to force it, it just makes you look crazy. And I commend NBA teams for going, nah, we ain't getting caught like that. Nah, bro. Like they said, that's a roster spot, and that's a couple $1 million. Hell no. So I respect that. It's just, I think the wrong conversation is being had. I think Boogie Cousins is looking at it as the NBA is disrespecting a vet, a legend, right? So I think that's a different conversation where it's like, okay, why is the legends being disrespected like that? But at the same time, are our legends staying too long and expecting, to be patted on the back? No. You can't do the job. You shouldn't have the job. That's with anything in life. If you work at McDonald's and you can't flip them patties right, nigga, you getting up out of here.
Right.
Oh, and especially if you 89 years old. So, nah, I think Boogie Cousins, it hits home to him because he felt like he got disrespected, right? He wasn't able to get back into the NBA. So he may be looking at it from that standpoint. But I think the real conversation is, are guys staying too long? That's my thing.
I never thought about the 25-year thing. A quarter century does sound crazy, like for the story. It's like, yo, there's a man that played a quarter century's worth of an NBA career. And it's like, that's the age people make it to the NBA. And they coming out of college. It's amazing what Chris Paul has done. At some point, he was just amazing to watch. Him and Deron Williams had a rivalry. Then he had, he brought in, or he was bridging the gap between the 2000s and the 2010 era point guards, where he's also kind of the last traditional point guard, superstar point guard, right? Like Halliburton is in this era, made a finals appearance and obviously makes little mistakes. I think he plays at a faster pace, more efficient, and he's still efficient, but he's the only guy left at the point guard position. Chris Paul's like the last superstar traditional point guard in the NBA. And is it sad? I don't think so. I just think it's fitting. Like, people really don't like you. And when they really don't like you, they show you in that way. They really do. And I don't know if we should care. I don't know if I should care. Like, I don't have that feeling on it. The end is here. That's it. And we should celebrate you as a legend. But as far as, farewell tour, it's a timing thing. Like AllBall said earlier, he wasn't blessed by the gods, homie. Hold on, I want to make sure AllBall's on the screen. Camera's right, camera's tight. Because speaking of LeBron, on his way out from an illustrious career, again, there's a rumor that LeBron's gonna go to the Cleveland Cavaliers next year to end this thing for good. And in the middle of this run, there was one man who may have made tens of millions of dollars straight up hating on LeBron James. And one of the basketball villains himself, Draymond Green, had him on as a guest. That's right. The hobgoblin himself, Skip Bayless, is back. And he's on the Draymond Green show. And he tells Draymond Green to his face what he thought of LeBron James.
And I must say, if you'll allow me to, that when you did lose it for a moment in game 4 and you did get suspended for game 5, you became my all-time hero because you got mad at LeBron and you called him a bitch. And I said, that's my guy right there. And he can be occasionally a bitch, but that's just me. Okay.
Well, that's my brother.
I understand. And he is, and I got it.
That's my brother. And it's actually one of the moments I regret.
Okay.
Because when I use that word with people, I'll pull it out every now and then on the court. But when I pull that word out, like, I'm ready to fight.
I understand.
And so I'm saying this word to you so that you can get ready to fight me.
Well, it's a fighting word.
It is 1,000%
you
a
are
fight
signaling it's time
it's
to
time
go.
to fight, right?
Yeah.
So the last time I was called that, and I'm not proud of what I did after, but it is a fighting word, you know. And so when I look back on that moment, it's one I'm not proud of, especially with where our relationship is today. And it's one that, like I said, when I pull that word out, all respect is out the window, you know. And my respect for Bron is through the roof.
I understand. Well, he got over it, right?
Yeah, but I think in him getting over it was also me going to him and acknowledging that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And speaking on that. And, like I can apologize. One thing I do not struggle with, if
You're
I'm wrong
great
in
at it.
something,
Yep.
I apologize in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
I can completely lose my mind. But if I'm wrong, I come to my senses. I'll apologize. It don't take me long to realize I need to apologize. Right in that moment, I'm like, I fucked that one up. I'm apologize for that one. And so
Jesus Christ. I might have to apologize to everybody that I know. This guy is saying that he apologizes and admits when he's wrong. I might have to make a public apology right now, old boy. I'm sorry to everybody ever offended. Shit, this guy's a lunatic.
I got a weird take that's going to sound insane. LeBron James has compromised the NBA, bro. That's a conflict of interest. What Draymond Green just said. What Draymond Green just said is why they had to go get Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Because Draymond Green has been compromised.
Please explain.
These guys are so much of LeBron James' friend that they don't even want to compete with him on the court. Why are you mad that you called him a bitch in the heat of war? Why does me calling you a bitch have to mean we have to fight? Why? If you're acting like a bitch at the moment, you're a bitch. You play for the Golden State Warriors. You don't play for LeBron James. Fuck are you apologizing for? Bro, this shit goes deep. Pause. Like, I'm looking at that and listening to that. Yeah, he's my brother. Why is he your brother? What are you talking about? Yo, a lot of these niggas is compromised, dog. Like, nah, I know I troll. I know y'all think I'm being dead serious. If I'm Steph Curry, get Draymond Green the fuck away from me. And I'm mad it didn't happen sooner. What the fuck are you talking about? Until our careers is over, fuck LeBron James, fuck everything that isn't Golden State. What are we talking about? Magic, Isaiah, best friends. Mike Oakley, Mike Pat, best friends. You don't hear this dumb shit. You heard what Barkley said about Mike? Yeah, I was the best player. What are you talking about? I tell that to him. Oh, but then when I met him with her, I wasn't. Bro, this is insane. Nobody gonna look at it how I look at it. But now I see why they had to go get Kevin Durant. Because we had a traitor on our team. Yeah, I'm going there, bro.
But explain, because to me, and we'll get into Skip saying to his face what they think of LeBron. But explain, because when I see them play, I don't see that. As much as he might be glazing LeBron or whatever with LeBron, I see him be competitive no matter who's out there. I still see him talking crazy.
Bro, you talking about who's
He'll
out there?
smack down his teammate. He smacked down LeBron.
Bro, we talking about one player. I don't care who else Draymond Green plays against. He just told me that he's compromised. He's an infiltrator. I don't want to play with a player like that when we're going against the ops. No, do that shit when we all retired. Don't tell me somebody's your brother. Don't tell me you was wrong that you did that. You wasn't wrong. Like Skip said, at times he does act like a bitch. And in that moment, you're fighting to win a championship. That Golden State Warriors team, that might be the biggest letdown in NBA history. Let's not forget, up 3-1, Stephen Curry was the unanimous MVP that season. And you niggas lose the finals. That wasn't a regular season game. All these niggas is LeBron friends. And that says something different to me. This is why the competition ain't shit. This is why he's able to do what he did like last night. Because these niggas is his friend. Nah, bro. Nah. This shit hit different. I knew I knew it was a reason I didn't like Draymond Green. How I look at it, because I'm diabolical. So when you play against LeBron James, was you letting up? Was you letting them do some of these things? I take it a step further. Did you do that on purpose so you could get suspended, so he could come back and win the title? Because he's your friend, right? He's your brother. Yeah. They scared, but I'm not. Yeah. That's how I look at things. And if I'm Steph Curry, if I'm Steve Kerr and I see that, I'm having a talk with Draymond Green. Big bro, explain. Now they had no choice but to go get Kevin Durant. They had no choice because they had no choice of winning because you had an infiltrator on your team that was so cool with LeBron that he was willing and able to get himself suspended so that nigga continue to win. Yeah. Think I'm crazy if you want. Tell me you want to play with somebody like that. Tell me. Tell me you want to play with somebody like that. Tell me. Imagine having a family member that cross you like that. Just imagine. Hold up, bro. What? You on this side, though. What? See, people going to say the take is crazy. People going to say this and say that. When you competing, you don't do that. You don't say that. We still playing. LeBron is still playing. Draymond is still playing. You have these conversations and you say these things after we retire, after it's long gone. Y'all can keep thinking I'm crazy, but what I always say, Fabian, it just so happens things I say come to fruition. They happen to be right. A lot of these players in the NBA is LeBron James' friend. So the competition against him is suspect. Everything's been infiltrated, bro. That's what this nigga did to the NBA. And let's not forget, who said it? He played for the Pacers, a big man. He said it. He said the difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, they feared Michael Jordan. LeBron James plays with his friends. What was his name? He got drafted out of high school. He played for the Pacers.
Jonathan Bender?
No, hell no. Damn.
Al Harrington?
Al Harrington. See if you can find that clip while I put this on the charger. Please see if you can find that clip. Please, Fabian. Please. It was Al Harrington.
Al Harrington. LeBron James.
It wasn't Jimmy. I think it was Al Harrington. Come on, bro. Come on. And if I'm wrong, cool. But you listen, you don't say that. You still playing the game with me, bro. So that means when Golden State plays the Lakers, I got to worry about you really competing against your brother? Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can find a clip. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can find a clip. How about that? Hold on. I think it's Al Harrington. Let me see.
Could it be? Could it be?
Tell you the difference between Michael Jordan era and LeBron era. Michael Jordan came up in the era where everybody hated each other. They did not fuck with each other. There was no homeboys in the offseason. There was no, let's go to the clubs in the summer and go holler with some chicks. There was none of that. They lived in their own bubbles, and when they played, it was war.
Yeah.
LeBron has dominated an era of his little bros. They all his little bros.
Right.
Everybody. Who he had it with? What star has LeBron had it with? What team has LeBron had it with?
Celtics.
Come on, man.
Draymond.
He lost too. Ask Larry Bird what he think about Michael Jordan, bro. Ask any of these stars about what they think about LeBron. That's a homie. Oh, Bron, yeah, what?
No, play that again. It deserves a second time around because they be saying I'm crazy.
Jordan
Play
era
that
and
again.
LeBron era. Michael Jordan came up in the era where everybody hated each other. They did not f with each other. There was no homeboys in the off season. There was no let's go to the clubs in the summer and go holler with some chicks. It was none of that. They lived in their own bubbles, and when they played, it was war.
Yeah.
LeBron has dominated an era of his little bros. They all his little bros.
Right.
Everybody. Who he had it with? What star has LeBron had it with? What team has LeBron had it with?
Celtics.
Come on, man.
Draymond.
He lost too. Ask Larry Bird what he think about Michael Jordan, bro. Ask any of these stars about what they think about LeBron. That's a homie. Oh, Bron, yeah, what?
Am I good on the screen? How does Draymond Green not take that opportunity to say how he fucked up a championship? He takes that opportunity to apologize to LeBron James and not say, I fucked up. My guy, my brother I play with was a unanimous MVP. Never been done. Unanimous. That means nobody got a vote, not even Braun. We were up 3-1, and I caused my team a championship. No, not that. The worst part of that situation is I call my brother a bitch. Yeah, okay. Come on, Fabian. We keep it real up here, bro. I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm a Knicks fan. But we call it how we see it. This is insane. I don't care what nobody says, and nobody's going to look at it like that because they're afraid. Bro, this compromises everything for me. I'm not saying LeBron isn't a great basketball player. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. He's just not my GOAT. I'm just saying what Draymond Green just said, that's how all these niggas feel. So when you have coaches that have you in the game up 20 with 2 minutes left so you can get a triple-double, so now you have another stat, the oldest player to record a triple-double, this is what we do for him. So I asked Draymond, are we letting niggas get championships now? What do you regret more? Losing a championship or calling LeBron James your brother a bitch? Floor's yours, Fabian. Y'all can keep saying I'm crazy. It's okay. I am a little bit. But I ain't scared. And I ain't scared to see the truth and tell the truth. Draymond Green is dead wrong for that take. Dead wrong. 100% dead wrong. And I guarantee you, if you ask any other greats, from old school, ask niggas like Rasheed Wallace. We ain't even got to go to Mike and Bird and them. You don't say no shit like that, bro. And you still playing? Bro, you lost a championship. You lost a championship. You cost your team a championship. You cost your team to be one of the greatest franchises in NBA history. You call Kevin Durant a bitch, ran him out of town. You cost your team a championship. And in that moment, how are you not apologizing to Stephen Curry and to Steve Kerr and to the Golden State organization? Where's that at? No, I'm going to apologize to LeBron, my brother. Cool. I know what that means. And we wonder why this shit is soft and there's no competition and there's no none of that. And we wonder why this nigga get away with choking niggas out, cursing out refs, and don't get thrown out the game. His brother run the NBA. See how deep that can get? Fabian, Draymond Green should be thrown out of every game with the way he acts.
And somehow he's still in the league. And somehow, let's not forget, in that interview, he did explain, or Skip Bayless goes on to explain, Steph Curry went cold, and in fourth quarters, he's still a little guy. He still wasn't quite LeBron, and they needed KD. KD saved them. And Draymond did break down what was more true. Draymond recruiting KD to Golden State, or Draymond getting KD up out of Golden State? Hold on.
You begged KD. If you had to pick one that was more close to the truth, is it you begged KD to come to the Warriors, or you ran KD out of town?
The one that is closer to the truth is, let's see,
because it is funny how that works. You were responsible for both.
Exactly.
You begged him to join, and then you made him leave.
And begging him to join, no one said thank you. Running him out of town, everybody said
yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of double-edged sword, man. But I would say the one that is probably closest to the truth is I ran him out of town.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not begging anyone for
anything.
I've worked too hard in my life to beg anyone for anything. Quite honestly, though, if we didn't win the year before, he was going to leave then. So I don't quite know if I ran him out of town.
Right.
But I'll take that one.
Stay there. Did you run him out of town on purpose? Because you know him in the Warriors uniform for the next 3 to 5 years, LeBron wins nothing. Twilight Zone shit. I'm going to ask again. Did you run Kevin Durant out of town on purpose? Because Kevin Durant wasn't wrong. KD, pass me the ball, bro. You know what that word bitch means. You said it. So you know that's a trigger. You know I call him this, he out of here. Because my brother, my friend, remember, that mean y'all talk. That mean LeBron probably say, yo, bro, y'all niggas with KD is insane, bro. I ain't going to win no more. I got you, big bro. Don't even worry about it. Allegedly.
Oh, boy, he says, I don't beg nobody for anything except LeBron's forgiveness because I called him a biatch. And the guy that helped you get 2 more chips and solidify the dynasty, you had no problem knowing that what that word is to the greatest in the game. Fuck it. I cost us a championship, but I got us 2 more. I made up for it, y'all. Get this guy up out of here. Bron got to win. We need our Michael Jordan here. Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports all the way. Diabolical. Draymond Green. The villain. Draymond Double Agent Green.
My nigga, that's Draymond Ethan Hunt Green, bro. This nigga's Mission Impossible, dog. Bro. Jason Bourne. They called him Salt. Yo, man. I don't know how else to look at this. I'm sorry. Listen. You cannot say these things. Bro, this is a conflict of interest, bro. It doesn't look good. When these guys think they be killing it and saying something that's dropping the mic, you look and sound crazy. We are in a sport that's supposed to be competition. It's supposed to be competitiveness. Bro, that's what sports is. That's what makes sports Beautiful. Competition. What happens when you take the competition out? Everyone and everything is compromised. Is it a coincidence under LeBron James' watch, under his throne, under his kingdom, the NBA has become less and less competitive? Y'all gotta listen to me. Al Harrington played the game. Al Harrington played the game at a high level. He was there. So you ain't gotta listen to me. You listen. I'm 5'8", 48 years old. I'm about 15 pounds overweight. Regular working job. You right. You ain't got to listen to me. You don't. I would listen to me, right? So I get it, right? Listen. But we're not going to listen to someone that played and knows what's going on. Yo, you need friends like me. Because you know what I be doing in the background? Oh. Edit that out, bro. That sound and look crazy. And then when you break it down, these guys are smart. Nah, you right. Yeah, bro. What you doing? You could dissect and break things down. Shit sound and look crazy. You can't say that. Like I said, imagine Klay Thompson seeing that. Wow. You definitely, you ain't running him out of town. You ain't vouch for him. Bro, imagine being Steve Kerr and Curry, bro. Going, now you got to go back to the tape. Blue chips. Tony. Remember he was watching the tape of Tony? Where he throw the ball at? Nobody was there. Rewind.
Yo, Steph. Kid Jordan Poole, man. He thinks he's you, man. What? You sure, Draymond? Yeah, man. I don't think so. I'll break his fucking jaw. Pah! I told you he's a problem. Get rid of him. Yo, Steph. Splash Bros, he think he the big brother. Word? Out of here. Yo, Steph, KD think he the reason why we won these rings. You sure? Yeah. Sit here, bitch. Draymond Green is the most diabolical double agent in NBA history. AllBall has uncovered the mystery. Huh? AllBall, real quick, though. I cannot overlook the fact Skip Bayless to Draymond's face.
Insane.
He told him. He said, your brother, your big brother? He's a bitch. Now, you always say this and you keep saying this. Skip Bayless needs the brothers for the help. But every time I look, the brothers go and recruit Skip Bayless to go viral.
There you go. You just said it.
He is the most diabolical sports commentator in the history of television. He keeps doing it. And to his face, he told him, yo, dog, like Al Harrington said, he needs y'all to make this thing less competitive because he don't have it in him. He's a nice guy. Like Skip gets into all that. Like Michael Jordan was ruthless, bro. This guy was talking about, he said any sport. He was more competitive than anybody. Football players, I don't care who you talking about. To say to his face, remember, that's your brother. That's your man. So on the low, he kind of tapped into the villain mode. Remember, Skip Bayless is so conniving that he said, that's my hero to set up the pow. He's still a bitch. Skip Bayless is a filthy, dirty player in this game, AllBall. How do you feel? Because remember, you are a LeBron hater. And this man has led the way. How do you feel about him saying it to Draymond's face? Yo, dog, come on, man. Go.
I mean, you know, at this point, that's Skip Bayless. You know, for me, my dislike for LeBron and Skip hate for LeBron is totally different, right? But for Draymond to allow that, and Skip asked him, and I'm concerned. Are you still friends with LeBron? Because if I'm LeBron, you ain't my friend. You're not my friend. If you allow somebody to call me a bitch, it just goes to show you social media will continue to be undefeated. Excuse me. Guys are willing to go viral to risk their friendship with their so-called brothers and friends. But Skip is just being Skip. And Skip knows what he's doing. Skip knows what he's doing. Like, let's be realistic. He need us. We don't need Skip. We see when Skip try to do it on his own. Dirt. What Bubba Dub say? Trash. Now he back with the brothers, right? And now you see him more.
Skip Bayless said Draymond Green's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He said he's the only guy that averages 6, 7, 8 and his first ballot. He's saying it without saying. He goes, "Yo, what are these numbers?"
Reeled them right in. Look, bro. Listen, diabolical, man. But
almost feel like this.
Yeah, looking stupid. Not knowing he shot right at you, bro. That's what I've been said it. You supposed to leave Skip there laying. Leave him. Let him. But no. They can. They want the fight. That's what I always told you, bro. You niggas is superstars. You niggas is athletes. You already viral. Why do you need Skip to be disrespectful? Like, what? Why do you need these numbers?
No. Stay right there. This is what I've always been saying. All the shit you guys talk about Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, and you're mad that when the microphone is turned on and the camera's turned on, you end up saying, "Oh, that's what works." You want what comes with it. You try so hard to be this new media and ended up being the same thing, and invited the guy on there that iconicized all of it.
Fabian, stay there. When these guys started getting platforms, what were they saying? We gonna bring the real to the sport of basketball talk. You guys like AllBall TV and how many other platforms, right? We don't know what we talking about. We didn't play the game. They're gonna break the game down. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. They worse than us with thumbnails and trolling and wanting to go viral and clickbait. You niggas sound and look crazier than us.
And they already got the fame.
Bro. Like, what? So for me, this shit is insane. It's insane, but it's laughable and it's comical. But it just goes to show you, like I said, with Skip, he's good at what he does, right? But like I said, no disrespect, Draymond Green. Where was the tough guy act towards Skip to protect your brother? Where?
Because you said it already, AllBall. He's compromised. He's a double agent. All that tough talk. What side are you really on? What are you doing? And this is what I always said. Everybody that's Stephen A. Smith always said, "Yo, that's really Skip Bayless." Cameras on, cameras off. That he is really saying that, right? I never felt like Skip Bayless was inauthentic. Did he go lean into more of his opinion? I just thought he always doubled down with what he said. Like the Tim Tebow thing was always out of this world, but I never felt like he didn't feel that way. As crazy as it was, when was the last time Draymond Green talked and we were like, "I believe what he's saying"? When was the last time LeBron talked and was like, "I believe what he's saying"? Same thing with CP3. Why people don't like him. That's why we always say the real shit's gonna take longer to go. It just takes longer. Draymond don't keep it real. He don't. He just really sat there and said, "Yo, when I'm wrong, I apologize." It's like you've been wrong your whole career. You've been doing dumb shit. You sitting here, and we always say it like this. See, when when Skip is sitting there and he's doing some real shit, your man is a bitch. Listen, you know what? Gloves is off. How many people have we spoken to off camera? Braun is a bitch. You gonna say that on camera? Nah. Now I'm like, yo, damn, you ain't got no job in the NBA. They're like, all right, listen, I ain't even getting into all that. What the hell is so scary about it? Damn. So when you have someone who's really authentic, sitting across from you, doing something real, saying something real, it buckles them up. Shit, what am I supposed to do right now? Yo, dog, you're supposed to do the real thing. Yo, cut the cameras off. Interview's over.
Yep. And then you know what's supposed to happen? You supposed to see leaked footage of Draymond Green cursing Skip the fuck out.
Right. Don't put your hands on him.
No, not at all. But once again, listen, man, you can't say last time somebody called me a bitch, because you can't listen, man. I'm trying to word this right. It's hard to look tough when you're not really tough. It shows. What you said didn't look tough or sound tough. Because that bitch word, if it's a trigger, Skip just called your brother a bitch. Maybe it's your brother. You love him. So you like, yo, man. So that's why I say, bro, what we've been saying, our spider senses have been correct all this time. And now we see the reason why the NBA has been trash. It's been compromised. I'm sorry. Between low management, between guys being friends, between just guys being okay with playing literally no defense, no competition. Look what they did the All-Star weekend to the All-Star game. This is on y'all watch. How else are we supposed to look at it, Fabian? Are we supposed to ignore it? Are we supposed to ignore what we're watching and what we're seeing? Like, seriously, are we? How are you mad about us talking about something if it's right in our face? Pause. You niggas is getting $50 million a year to not compete for a championship. You niggas is getting $50 million a year to low manage, to not play no defense, to travel, to double dribble, to carry. Nah, bro. Nah, these niggas they're not held accountable. This is on y'all watch. The KDs, the Currys, the Draymonds, the LeBrons, the Kawhi. This is on y'all watch, bro. This wasn't on Mike and Duncan and Kobe and Shaq and them watch. This wasn't on Bird and Magic and them watch. Zeke. This is on y'all watch. On y'all watch. The game is diluted and watered down. You know how many people we talk to say they don't even watch the NBA no more? This is on y'all watch. Come on, bro. Nah, man. Nah, and then for Draymond Green, I had that conversation and say what he said. Okay, I get it now. So when you match that up with what Al Harrington said, it makes perfect sense. This is what has been going on for the past 10, 15 years. LeBron figured it out. Going through the Detroit teams and the Boston Celtics teams. Damn, this is what it's going to be for the next 20 years? Shit. Oh, nah, it can't be like this. And he figured that shit out. That's why everything is joking and playing. What he said the other night, I'm a goofball. He dancing, acting silly. My nigga, y'all not even in championship contention. How will you find? Nah, bro. Nah, this shit is nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. That's why I've been said, get these niggas out of here. Get these niggas out of here. These young niggas, Ant-Man and them want to compete. They want to be dogs. They want to dislike you. But you niggas is making it hard because you niggas is cool with everybody. Get these niggas out of here, bro. Please. Get these niggas out of here. They have fucked the game up so bad. So bad. To where you can't even touch nobody and it's not called a foul. They review everything. Scores are 150 to 150, no overtime. Nah, dog. This shit is nasty. It's nasty. And for people to ignore this, for people to act like it's nothing, is insane. You can have whatever conversation you want to have about the GOAT. I don't care about any of that. We have to be honest. Today's NBA is difficult to watch. We watch it because we are in love with the game. But if we're being honest, these games are tough to watch. Some of the games we had as Knicks, when it was low-scoring games, those were some of the best games. When we played Detroit, why people like it? Because it brings back that physicality, that hate, that competitiveness. That thing with the Charlotte Hornets, people go berserk over that. You know why? Because it doesn't happen.
Right.
You're going, holy shit. It's people that don't like each other.
It's real shit.
This shit is kumbaya. You beat me by 40 and I'm trading jerseys with you? I'm giving you niggas hugs and smiling and we all talking like this? Bro, you just beat me by 40. Get the fuck away from me.
And who started this?
Nobody want to hear what y'all niggas is saying. Get out of here, man.
Like y'all got the most interesting shit ever. That is the double agent talk.
Come on, bro. The fuck out of here. So these dudes, man, come on, man. Y'all make it about everything but the game. Sorry. Yeah. Now it's about fashion. Niggas doing silly shit on the court. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. This shit is terrible, man. It's terrible. And you know what Draymond just did and said, and then allowing Skip Bayless to say what he said, it just goes to show you that this shit is Hollywood, bro. It's not competition. It's Hollywood. Who can go viral the most? Who can have the biggest social media following? That's what all this shit is about. These niggas want to look cool. They don't want to win. They don't want to win. Just imagine all these guys talk about is their numbers on their YouTube or social media platform. This is what they worry about. They don't worry about winning no more, Fabian. They don't worry about winning no more. When the last time you heard anybody say, I want to compete for multiple championships and be great? When the last time you heard that? On any podium? When?
The only one superstar MVP that I've seen, well, there's two. I think Wemby talks about it, and I heard SGA talk about it. So
that's my point.
It's turning around. It's the young guns now, and this is as much as what Al Harrington was saying. I don't think obviously LeBron is old as hell now, so these young guys don't look at LeBron the same. They're watching the wash LeBron, and
bro, listen, when you let people talk,
hold
eventually...
on, boy. I feel it coming closer. You and Fish tried to warn me. My apology might be coming sooner than later. JJ Redick is trash, man. The Lakers organization is not playing. They kind of hired the Dodgers guys to get rid of LeBron on them. They're saying, we're not playing with you. And it's going to start with you, Mr. JJ. Mr. Compromise himself, the podcast partner. You went in there claiming that Bronny was the next Davion Mitchell and Lou Dort. I said from the beginning, I never liked that because you're giving in to LeBron. You're the leader. You're the coach. Then after that, you let LeBron go chum it up with the Phoenix Suns, and who the hell else knows what else? And this is more proof that he had control over, LeBron has control over the Lakers more so than he should have. And the leaked information from Jeannie Buss before she started to go apologizing and trying to fix it up and make it about her friend. No, too late, sweetie.
See how quick that went away?
She put it out there. Jeannie Buss and Rich Paul and LeBron have to have a meeting about what? Because they know we don't want to make this a mess. We don't want to show that. The Lakers are going to get LeBron out of there. JJ Redick, count your days, brother. And he doesn't care because he got $30 million or whatever it was from the Lakers. Oh, boy, we got some super chats in the building. Zeke Jackson. Oh, hold on. Before that, Zeke, let me change the I'll put you last, Zeke Jackson, because I got to change the logo for that. Aaron, thank you for your $9.99. OG, you was having a field day on my Pistons earlier. I'm calmly telling you right now, Jeremy Sohan ain't shit. I promised the Spurs let him go for a reason. Tell Flea I said, what's good, Detroit. Aaron,
See you
we
Thursday,
will
nigga.
always respect the hate.
Listen, Aaron, see you Thursday, nigga. That's it. That's it. I ain't got nothing more to say. Respect, though. Appreciate it.
Always, man. Aaron, that was amazing. Let me read up Z Jackson because I'm going to cut this up with the other video. Z Jackson, thank you for your $5. Everyone's better than Brunson until it's time to be better than Brunson. Cade, Mitch, E-Bitch, JT, Brown, even Wemby. Put them on the grill when it counts. Huh?
Well, see, well said. And what's sad is we all ignore that. We all ignore that. He kicked all their ass. And most of them was in the playoffs where it matters. Well said.
By the way, OG Circle Game, he said, hit me up. I got the Web by Gang shirt designed already. I guess you design stuff and everything. Let us know, because to be honest, we want to put the merch out. We got the AllBall. Hit the link in the description. We got AllBall shirts. They scared, but I'm not. Copyright there. But we really want to put the merch out there. Like, we see the members. We have different levels: $100, $50, $5, whatever you can do to get us going full time. Like I said earlier, and we want to get closer to giving out the kind of merch where you touch that cloth. You touch that cloth, and you feel us. I ain't pausing nothing, Flea. 43. But hit us up, OG Circle Gang. Hit us up. I don't know how to hit you up. Maybe put your thing in the chat, on Instagram or whatever, because you know how it is. Everybody makes a bunch of promises, and we don't know what the hell they're talking about, especially when it's merch game. We want to do this thing right. If you design it, anybody else out there wants to help us out as far as that goes, we want to do this thing right. And of course, it would behoove us, especially if it's a member or a subscriber, I'd rather get money with you. Know what I'm saying? Y'all helping us get money. Fuck everybody else. They not in the circle, really. Y'all are. Y'all promoting us. Y'all liking us, talking about us, keeping us in the algorithm. Appreciate it. Oh, boy.
But hold on. No. Before we run, can you just show a highlight of how your man got his triple-double last night? Please take us home with that. That just sums up everything.
I thought that's when you started getting your allergies last night.
But that sums up everything. What the NBA is, what it's turned into, and how you were dead wrong about this tough JJ Redick guy. How he was going to hold someone accountable. And like I said, Darvin Ham went to the conference finals and got fired the next season. JJ Redick lost in the first round, won one game, and still has his job. But let's show y'all what the league has turned into. Please. And I've never seen a generation celebrate losing. All these niggas is happy. These niggas don't be in the finals. They don't be in the conference finals. Some of them don't make the playoffs. And these niggas is just happy.
He said happy. He's happy to be here, Here's a post, though. Oh, no, Austin Reeves got 2 rebounds in the final minutes when LeBron James had was one rebound away from a triple-double. So Lakers head coach J.J. Redick called the timeout to tell him. LeBron gave Bronny a look when coming off the court, and Reeves laughed and felt bad when the assistant coaches told him to look up at the scoreboard. LeBron did get his triple-double after the timeout. See, Reeves getting the rebound there.
Bro, but look how he looks at Reeves, bro. Look. Waved his hand at him. Like, bro, look. Yo, dog. I don't supposed to grab the rebound if it's right there? Look at him. Look. Look at this shit, bro.
The crazy part is, how is LeBron going to get that rebound?
Right. But look. This is what y'all celebrate.
How was he going to get that? Son. JJ Redick told
But but where's the clip where you put him back in the game? He gets the triple double. Everybody goes crazy. Then they showed another clip of him dancing. They like, hey, yo, I'm just a goofy 41-year-old. Yo, dog, get out of here, dog. Bless you. You have fucked the game up. But when it comes to this, it all makes sense. And it sums up everything that we've been saying. A lot of people have been afraid to say, yo, bro, you really fucked the game up. You really did. And it's fucked up, man. It's sad. But listen, now you're the oldest guy to ever record a triple-double.
He's dancing in this clip?
No. It was like yesterday or something. I forgot. But look. Now get me out the game. Come on, bro.
Of 22.
Like, come on, bro. Look at this.
Put Brawny in the game, too.
No, but look at this. Standing ovation for what? You didn't really get a triple-double.
No. That's a Westbrook triple-double.
Right.
At 40.
But did you see the big man go like that towards the rebound?
What do you do?
Look. Like he don't want no parts of that. Watch. No, play it again. Look. Nigga with the headband on. Look.
Jackson, hey.
Come on, bro. I don't drink. When this nigga retires, I'm popping the bottle. Facts. That's what the game has came down to. So between that clip and what Draymond Green said, that's what the NBA has turned into. Congratulations.
Damn it. Where's Colin Cowherd when you need him?
Bet nobody ain't gonna report on that tomorrow. Bet that. Bet it ain't gonna be no platforms talk about your man cherry picking. Guaranteed that. And when they lose or not be in the finals, it's gonna be the same thing. He ain't have enough help.
Members, love y'all. Subscribers, love y'all. Stem Mail, love y'all. Monkey Wrench, Thrillium, K.RP, you are hilarious. Thrillium, yes. Vince McMahon is the GOAT. There could have been anywhere else. Might be on tomorrow for the dunk contest. So we might be trashing that shit. It might be a lot of fun. Zeke, love you, man. Say hello to the missus. 24K.
K. Dot, what up, baby?
Keep hating. East Blue, you said we were too urban yesterday. That was hilarious. I read it, even though I was inebriated. Could be anywhere else, but tomorrow we might be on. We're going to be doing a dunk contest. It's going to be hilarious. All ball in full-fledged hater mode. Who the fuck are these contestants? Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks.
If y'all want to see some hate, tune in tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Get us out of here.
He said, I fuck with this pod. Cody Glock, fuck with you too, brother. Good evening. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.